What's up guys, welcome back. You're still watching me. This is Agatha and you're in my YouTube channel all about Agatha. Before we go ahead into the content, please make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. Click the subscribe button down below. Like this video, share this video, and interact with me using the comment box down below. So I just want to share with you guys my trip. I know, if you have already been approved for a visa here in Canada and you would like to know how the trip goes, I will be giving you my experience in that. So first, if you are traveling from NAIA, from the Philippines, of course, in the Philippines, then you have to line up for check-in counters, and then you have to pay travel tax. If you haven't paid that yet, there's an option that you can pay that when you buy your tickets, or you can pay that before your flight, PESA, and you can also pay that when you're checking in. So there's a counter in the airport where you can pay your travel tax. So there. Now, once you're already checked in, the next step is to go through the immigration. So there's only one immigration, outbound. So the visa officer, you just have to present your passport, which contains your visa. They might ask you a couple of questions. What's your purpose of travel? So if you are a student, then just say so. Please make sure that you have other supporting documents that may provide. They may ask you for an LOA. If you have family members accompanying you and they are not students, they don't have a work permit. Let's say for toddlers on a visa, I've been back and forth. So for Philippine Airlines, they required my youngest to have a flight back to the Philippines. So yes, we acquired a flight back for the Philippines. There's also some dummy reservations that you can use from some travel agencies. You can ask them if they can reserve a dummy flight for you. Yes. But if your child has a visitor visa, but if your child has a visitor record that's been issued, then there's no need to return. There's no need to provide a flight back. Okay? And then once you go in, then that's it. You fly out of the country. And then once you come in, I have tried, so my port of entry in Canada for my first time was in Vancouver. So it's a huge airport. And now once you come into Vancouver, there's an immigration travel officer. There's an immigration officer, first step. So they're gonna ask you what you're doing here. They might ask you further questions depending on how you answer them. So just please make sure that you are confident and that you know your purpose. You have supporting documents like a letter of admission from school, proof of payment receipts, anything that will support, that will provide evidence that you are here in Canada as a student. Okay. Now, if it is your first time, they will direct you to a room where it's another immigration room where you will be able to get your permits. So the visa is the visa sticker stamped on your passport. Now, when you come here to Canada, there's a permit, so the paper permit that you need to obtain first before you leave the airport. So that is technically your paperwork paperwork of your immigration status here in Canada. So if you are a first-time student coming to Canada, a worker, even a toddler in a visit visa, then on a visit visa, then you would have to go through the immigration line, another immigration line. So it's a room. Now, when you come into the port of entry, you will be collecting your baggages. So you can collect your baggages first. You have to collect your baggages in Vancouver area and then check it in again if you have another connecting flight, or if not, take it with you. You can collect your baggage first and then just leave it outside of the immigration room and then line up at the immigration room. So yes, that's where you give out your documents, take out your passport or the letter of approval. Yep. The officer will be asking for those information, and then just line up. It's either they will be asking you a couple of questions about your stay here, or they will just call your name and give you the permit. That's it. Please keep that. That is your paperwork here in Canada of your legal status. Okay, that you will be needing that as well when you get other documents like SIN yeah, health card, and when you open a bank account here in Canada. So that's very important. Please keep it safe. For visitor visa, toddlers, they can be issued a visitor record as well, so that they don't have to go outside of the country every 6 months and then come back just, for the exit entry process, because a visit visa is only a maximum of 6 months per stay. So your child can be issued a visitor record with the same expiry date as your study or work permit. Okay, then once you have that, collect your baggages, check it in for the next flight if you have a collecting flight, or if not, you can go out of the airport already. Then, yeah, that's it. And then if you have a connecting flight, you just wait for the next one. Or, this is where the customs, CBSA is as well, the customs, yes. So please do not bring anything that's prohibited. They will be asking you from the first first immigration officer if you have brought in anything, meat, dairy, milk, anything that's on the list that's not supposed to be brought here inside Canada. Let them know, because they will be routing you over to the customs, where the border officer will be opening your baggages, will be checking your baggages, and you just have to make sure you declare them, because there's a penalty for not declaring them. It's going to be a worse penalty if you did not declare them and they did, random checks. They do random checks on your baggages. So it's not everyone that goes through the customs check, the border check, the luggage check. So if you're lucky enough to be checked and you have those, there's a whole lot of penalty, and you don't want that. Also, if it's your first time, it's not really a good impression that, you have those cases already under your name. So aside from the penalty, of course, yeah, not a good impression. So just make sure that you declare them, or before your travel, make sure to ask them, get on the website, email them, or ask for a family or a friend to confirm here. But please make sure to always declare what you have in your baggage. And then, if you declare that you're going to the border, they open it. If that's not allowed here in Canada, then they will get that. Then you're on your way off. Then you can go on your way after. That's it. Just sharing you a glimpse of how my trip went. And next up, I think we can do a content on what are the first things that you have to do once you land here in Canada. What are the important documents that you should obtain on your first few days here in Canada. So I'll see you again in the next vlog. Bye!
And as promised, I will be sharing you pictures of our trip. So here, this is the boarding area in Ninoy Aquino International Airport. So this is the first stop. We are bound to Canada. So the first stop is our port of entry in Vancouver. So this is Vancouver Airport. Once you exit the plane, you will be seeing the path that's straight to the immigration area. This is where people line up to go through the immigration counters. It is divided into two. Left part is for temporary resident visa holders, and right would be for PR and citizens. So it can be very busy. So layovers, please check, make sure it's at least 3 hours so you have ample time to go through the process. First, you will head on to one of these electronic stalls where you have to prepare your passport. You will scan it to populate your information, or you can enter it manually. It will ask you for your purpose of stay, purpose of visit, or duration of your stay, and declaration for money, how much you are bringing into Canada, if it's less than 10,000 or more than 10,000, and if you're bringing any goods, that's prohibited. And it will print you out a slip that you need before you fall in line to the immigration line. And then after going through the immigration line, you will be entering the baggage area. So collect your bags first, because for port of entry, you would have to collect your baggages and then check it in if you have connecting flight. So this is the baggage area. In the same baggage area, just over to the right, you will see the room. That's the immigration room wherein you have to enter if you do not have your permits. That's where an immigration officer will give you either your student permit, work permit, or a visitor record. That's where you will line up, and it can be very busy too, so make sure you have enough time to go through that process. After collecting your baggages, an officer will let you know if it's written in your slip that you need to go through the customs first. If you need to go through the customs first, they will show you where to go. After the customs, once your baggages have been checked, then you may go to the check-in area for your next connecting flight. After you have checked in, you may now proceed to the boarding gates. And here you will see that the airport has lots of areas that you may tour around. They have restaurants, a lot of information counters and maps, and of course souvenir shops and foreign exchange stores. And after the flight, last stop would be in the Calgary airport. Now, this Calgary airport, since you have already gone through the immigration process over in Vancouver, there are no immigration lines anymore in Calgary airport. So once you get out of the plane, just follow the pathway to get your baggages and off you go outside. Thanks for watching, guys.